Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are celebrating Megan's 10-year anniversary on YouTube, and we have a recipe that we're following, and we could either choose one of her layouts to get inspiration from or a sketch that she has created. I've got a list of stuff. I think everything on here is in my never-ending kit, so I'm going to use that. I am also going to be doing these three kind of nature photos from the bed and breakfast in Leavenworth. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I am starting out with this cloud paper that was in my never-ending kit, and I am going to pull out a couple of stamps and start doing up a background. So I do have Megan's layout up on my phone off to the side so I can reference it a little bit. But I'm not going to follow all of the rules, and would you be surprised if I did? No, I guess the question is, would you be surprised if I did follow all the rules? Probably not. No, that's backwards. I think you would be surprised if I followed all the rules. You wouldn't be surprised if I didn't. Oh, that's what I'm going for. It's been a long day, people. Okay, so I went ahead and stamped that word stamp, which you can't even really see, and then I'm going to do this chicken wire stamp, and I have layered up the chicken wire and put a bunch of different angles on there, so it doesn't look like chicken wire so much anymore. When you layer it up and repeatedly stamp, it doesn't have that same effect. However, I wish you could see this a little bit more clearly through the video. I am going to do one more stamp, so it's going to be this little kind of crosshatch type thing, and I'm just going to pop that over this as well. And I think that this has created a really fun look for the background. And now that the background has been stamped, I can bring in a stencil. I'm crossing off the things as I go, and then I'm just, closer to the end, I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna do what I want, and everybody kind of knows that that's how it's gonna go, so, we're done. It feels kind of weird saying that, but that's just kind of the way that it is right now. So I go ahead and look back at Megan's layout, and she does have what looks to be a branding strip on the bottom, and I'm not sure if that is a branding strip from another page that she used, or if it's just the branding strip that was already on the bottom of the page. Not exactly sure. But I don't keep my branding strips. I don't. They go straight into the recycle. Straight into the bin, you guys. Straight into the bin. It stresses me out to have these things, so I get rid of them. I am going to use a bunch of pattern papers to mat the photos. So these are some branches that were outside. There's also these pine cones, and then the flowers that I really liked. So I'm going to go ahead and mat all three of these photographs onto different pattern papers. Some of them are more colorful than others, and I think that that is totally a-okay, right? Like my base is kind of this bluiness, and then my accents are going to be more colorful. So I go ahead and I mat my photos. I am going to kind of put them together before I do my stenciling, because I want to see where the photos are going to land. Because not that I'm worried about wasting my paste that I'm going to put through the stencil. That's not the worry. The worry is that you're not going to see it, right? Because my photos are taking up a good amount of real estate on the page. They're a little bit larger than the ones that Meggy had in hers. So I just want to make sure that my stencil is going to be positioned in a good place so that I can actually see the stencil. So this is a 6x12. This is a stencil from Scrapping Reflections, which is my shop. And I am going to just use some white paste here and go ahead and put that through. Now I'm coming to the end of this modeling paste. It is at the end of the jar, and it is definitely thicker than normal because it is starting to dry out. But like I said, I'm at the end of the jar, so I'm not super stressed about that. If you do get stressed about using your modeling paste, maybe buy a smaller jar because this is a pretty big one. And also, you could use some plastic wrap to help seal and keep the air out of your pastes. But let's be real, guys. You need to use the stuff or it's going to dry out, no matter what tips, tricks, life hacks you use on it, right? So it will dry out, so use it. I did decide to bring some of these curly bits up at the top as well. So I'm going to put this stencil on an angle and then go ahead and put my modeling paste through it yet again. And what that is going to do is allow me some of that decorative bit up there. Now I do bend the stencil and get the modeling paste underneath of it because I wasn't paying attention to how I was applying the modeling paste with my silicone brush. But I'm not too terribly worried about that. I go clean off my stencil and my silicone brush in my utility sink in my laundry room, and then I come back and I'm going to work on completing the layout. So now I'm going to pop my photos up with some fun foam. That's going to give me a little bit of lift off the page. I also am not waiting to have my my layout dry. I am working on top of a wet medium, and putting the bits up on fun foam over here actually is really helpful, you guys, when you're working on wet backgrounds. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that bad boy down now. And I am looking at this and I am happy with how it is going. I'm definitely getting some joy off of this layout. You might be thinking these are really random photos to Scrapbook. But like I said in yesterday's video, I took a lot of pictures this first trip, a lot. And it's important to me to get them scrapbooked. All right, so I'm using this 6x8 paper pad. It's got a cut apart on it. I'm going to cut apart some things, and now I'm going to start decorating the layout. Now this is where I kind of go rogue. I don't put buttons on the layout. I think about it, but it doesn't happen. I don't really count how many embellishments I'm using on the layout. I'm just kind of doing my own thing now and trying to figure out how I want the layout to be finished, and then that is what I'm going to do with it. Now, I will tell you, it is getting to be the end of the month of April, and I am working with my never-ending kit. What I have decided to do, and I think I've shared this before, is at the end of the month, I'm going to refresh the stamps and dies and things like that, the non-consumable products. And then I'm going to pull out the products I still have, and then I will go to my stash and add to it. I have added to it during the course of the month as well. So that is there, but I'm really curious to see how this kit is going to grow and change over the next year. I am also doing Magical May, which I will be featuring Disney layouts. So the Never Ending Kit and the Disney layouts, I don't know how much of each one I will actually show or get to, really, because I'm going to be working out of 2 kits, which is definitely different for me because I am not usually a kit scrapbooker. I treat my whole room, my whole stash as a kit, but I'm liking this process, so that'll be exciting. At least I think it will be. Okay, so adding some die cuts, adding some wood veneer, doing the things just to get the layout wrapped up now. I am going to use some more bits from this cut apart sheet. It does have gold on it, so that is pretty exciting actually. So we'll use those bits. I'm going to use it with some non-metallic bits. Everything is basically just coming together here at the end. This big wood veneer piece I thought was going to be some big statement piece on like a really important photo. But you know, those kind of things happen and it doesn't turn out the way you think it's going to, right? Like I thought this was going to go on an enlarged photo, but it's not. It's going on some scenery pictures. So that all being said is, you know, I wasn't necessarily saving it, but I had it in the back of my mind that that's how it was going to be used. And it turns out it worked out a lot better to be on this than a large photo. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that down. I am using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. Love that stuff. It's the best liquid glue there is. Even though, since they moved to the larger bottles, it clogs on me a whole heck of a lot more. I think when I was using the smaller bottles, it clogged a total of twice over a year or two. The larger bottles do clog more on me, but I can deal with the clog when my stuff's going to stay stuck down to my page, because you and I both know adhesive that is on the product already is not good enough. You need to reinforce it. So now I am going to look around and see if there's anything else I want to add. I do decide that I want a little bit more of a paper layer underneath of my photos, and I end up using packaging, which again, not something I do. Usually the packaging goes in the bin. I hate packaging, you guys. I really hate it. If there was a way to mail out stuff from the Scrapping Reflection shop unpackaged, I would. I just think it is such a waste, and if there's anything I could do not to have to deal with it, I would. Which is why I use the very plainest and most basic packaging there is. I'm not going to put effort into it because it's something I detest. But that packaging was wood veneer, so I cut it up and tucked it under. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Congratulations once again to Megan for 10 years on YouTube. What an accomplishment. Check out the playlist down below. Check out Megan's video because she has a giveaway going on. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.